pitches. Deep to left. There's Ron Gant's first ever grand slam. And he starts this ball game by striking out Otis Nixon on 3 pitches. Nixon makes it hurt, puts it in the gap to score a run. Well hit, toward the gap, in right center field, and over the head of Justice. And finally, the monkey is off the back of Barry Bonds. Drive to left, looking up, Gant, that's a home run. And all of a sudden it's 8-0 Pittsburgh.
I think now America can see the reason why the National League Series is in gridlock. But these men each have programs to get their teams moving again. Well, those persistent Pirates are a game away from their treasure, a trip to the World Series that will be all the more rewarding for the way they refuse to fold their mainsails. And as for Atlanta, to a man, each Brave must be asking himself tonight, who am I? Why am I here? After squandering a 3-1 lead, Atlanta seems to have run out of ammunition. But if they win tonight, this great national debate will be over.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Game 7 of the National League Championship Series between the Eastern Division champion Pittsburgh Pirates and the Western Division champion Atlanta Braves. It's time to meet the 1992 National League Eastern Division champion Pittsburgh Pirates. Ladies and gentlemen, the manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates, Jim Leyland. And now, here is the Pirates starting lineup. Playing right field, number 5, Alex Cole. The shortstop, number 3, Jay Bell. Playing center field, number 18, Andy Van Slyke. In left field, number 24, Barry Bonds. At first base, number 6, Orlando Merced. At third base, number 7, Jeff King. The catcher, number 12, Mike LaValliere. Playing second base, number 13, Jose Lean.
She can run at midnight. Let's go. She can run at midnight. Go.
And down in the bullpen, the pitcher, number 15, Doug Drabeck. let's meet your 1992 National League Western Division champion, Atlanta Braves. Ladies and gentlemen, the manager of the Atlanta Braves, Bobby Cox. And now, here's the starting lineup for the Braves. Leading off in center field, number 1, Otis Nixon. The shortstop, number 4, Jeff Blauser. Playing third base, number 9, Terry Pendleton. In right field, number 23, David Justice. The first baseman, number 12, Sid Breen. Playing left field, number 5, Ron Gant. The catcher, number 11, Damon Berryhill. Playing second base, number 20, Mark Lemke. And the pitcher, down in the bullpen, number 29, John Smoke. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of the colors by the U.S. 6th Marine Corps District Color Guard from Atlanta.
What? Right. Detail. Hop. Praise it.
Now remain standing and join in the singing of our national anthem, which will be performed tonight by Emmylou Harris.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And on deck, Sean McDonough and Tim McCarver with the call of the Game 7. Doesn't get much better than this, folks. The winner tonight goes to the World Series. And yes, we do mean World Series. Enjoy the game.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Atlanta for the 7th and deciding game of the National League Championship Series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Atlanta Braves. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Sean McDonough along with Tim McCarver, and it's great to have you with us as the Pittsburgh Pirates try to become just the 8th team in Major League history to come from 3 games to 1 down and win a postseason series. And by forcing a Game 7, they have another chance for Doug Drabek as he goes head-to-head with John Smoltz for the 3rd time in this series.
John Smoltz has already beaten Drabek twice in this series, and if he wins again tonight versus Drabek, it will be the first time in postseason history that one pitcher will have beaten the same mound opponent in the same series 3 times. But if he does, it will be bucking a trend for Atlanta pitchers, the starting pitchers. Steve Avery went only a third of an inning on Sunday night, and Tommy Glavine only won last night. I think this is going to be a well-pitched ball game.
The Toronto Blue Jays will fly south for the start of the World Series. Will it be to Pittsburgh or Atlanta? We'll find out after this. Welcome back to sold-out Atlanta Fulton County Stadium for Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. The lineup for the Pittsburgh Pirates and Jim Leyland tonight. Alex Cole leads off in right field. Jay Bell to shortstop. Andy Van Slyke in center field. The cleanup hitter, left fielder Barry Bonds. Orlando Merced at first base. Jeff King batting 6th at third base. Mike LaValliere, the catcher. Jose Lean, the second baseman. And the pitcher, Doug Drabek, bats 9th. Those are the batting averages for the Pirates in this league championship series.
Defense for the Braves. Gann in left, Otis Nixon in center, and David Justice in right. Pendleton, Blauser, Lemke, Bream on the infield, and Barry.
On Cole, who has appeared in 2 games in this series. The 2
here in 246 innings.
And he walks Cole to start the ball game. Alex did not swing at a pitch, and he walked on 5 pitches. Look for a bunt in this situation with Bell.
He had 9 this year in the first inning.
He pops that one up. Barry Hill makes the running catch. He's 6 for 25. He's had at least 1 hit in every game in this series except Game 2. Teams in League Championship Series play have ever blown a 3 games to 1 lead. That's a fair ball. Past the dive of Sid Bream and down into the corner. Fielded by Justice. Cole will be held at third. Van Slyke into second with a double.
Right down in his wheelhouse. Just inside the bag. A diving Bream can't get to it. That ball hopping over his glove. And the Pirates are threatening early.
With second and third and 1 out for Barry Bonds, who hit his first ever post.
Right-handers. But last night he was thinking about it, and he said, I think I'll move Merced to the 5th hole, and it could pay early dividends here in the first inning. Jeff King batting 6th this evening.
Well hit. Right field. Deep enough to get the run in as Justice makes the catch in front of the track. Cole across with the first run of the ball game, and the Pirates lead 1-0 in the first inning.
Second base open. I wouldn't be surprised to see Bonds run early in the count.
And Slyke took third on the fly ball to right. Jeff King with a very high fly ball near the bullpen. Gant over and couldn't get it. He overran the ball. First inning. Batting with first and third and 2 outs and 1 run in. Jeff's picked it up over the last 2 games. He's 4 for 9. Pirates stolen base in this series. And he's running, and King pops it up. Barry Hill and Pendleton. It's Barry Hill to end the inning. The Pirates are on the board with 1 run in the top of the first after half an inning. Pittsburgh 1 in Atlanta coming up. Another beautiful night in Atlanta. The temperature at game time near 70 degrees. Ideal conditions for the sellout crowd to watch Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. The starting lineup for Atlanta tonight: Otis Nixon in center field, Jeff Blauser the shortstop, Terry Pendleton at third, David Justice in right, Sid Bream at first, Ron Gannon left, Damon Berryhill the catcher, Mark Lemke the second baseman, and the pitcher John Smoltz bats ninth against Doug Drabek, who's 0-2 in this series.
The defense for the Pittsburgh Pirates: Barry Bonds in left field, Andy Van Slyke in center, Alex Cole in right, King at third, Bell at short, Leaned at second, and Merced at first, and Mike
Fires John McSherry behind the plate, Randy Marsh at first, Steve Ripley at second, Gary Darling at third, Jerry Davis is along the left field line, and Ed Montague calls the plays in right. His record-setting 5 straight hits earlier in the series. Now the 2-2. Chico Lean throws him out. 1 out. We're in the bottom of the first. The Pirates. Like Otis Nixon, Jeff Blauser is slumping. He's 2 for his last 15. King, the diving stop, to his feet to throw him out. Lack of production from the heart of the Pittsburgh order. Very little attention has been paid to the difficulties of Terry Pendleton at the plate. Well, as at any time this season. In the air in right field, not deep. Cole the catch. The Braves go in order in the first after 1 in Game 7. 1-0 Pittsburgh. National League Championship Series. The Bucks with the bottom third of their order coming up against John Smoltz.
versus Smoltz.
That's why they're in there. Those are the 3 highest batting averages on the Pittsburgh team lifetime against Smoltz. Since Phil Niekro back in 1977. Pendleton is playing even with the bag, and he throws Leaned out. 2 down in the second.
64, 7 and 8.
Drabek with a high fly ball along the right field line for Justice. Feeling well during the break between innings, he took a seat adjacent to the boxes where National League President Bill White is located. A couple of his fellow umpires came in from the field to check on McSherry, and now they're all, those in the infield at least, conferring with John McSherry at home plate. He does not seem to be feeling well.
I think the other umpires may be asking John if he needs relief behind the plate. Obviously, the home plate umpire, the most important umpire of the 6. Maybe right field or left field, they are possibly talking to him about that. I can't remember a league championship series or a World Series where an umpire left and there was no one to replace him.
Let's check in with Jim Gray.
Okay, Sean, we don't know exactly what's wrong with him. However, he did come over to Bill White. He is sweating profusely and told him he didn't feel well. He felt a little bit faint, and you could see that he's just very, very pale and peaked right now. Bill White, we asked him exactly what was wrong. He didn't want to comment about it. He's now being in contact with Dave Pursley, the Braves trainer, as he is not well right now and is feeling faint. Sean?
The home plate umpire, John McSherry, has not come back on the field, and this game will resume with 5 umpires. Now they decide which line the one remaining outfield umpire works. 1. The first call of the night for Randy Marsh behind the plate. 2 homers in his individual dealings with Doug Drabek over the years for baller Tim Wakefield. Tried to check his swing but could not. And the lengthy battle ends with Drabek on top. It's his first strikeout of the night. After a quick start in this series, he has cooled off a bit of late. Slowly to second to Chico Lean. 2 down in the second. Drabek has retired the first 5 Atlanta hitters tonight.
Only bad, but he looks like he's mixing up his pitchers a lot better than he has in his previous 2 starts.
A 1-2 pitch. Line to center on the run. Van Slyke dives and makes a great catch. Away from Ron Gant. We'll return to Atlanta Fulton County Stadium after this word from your local station. 4 straight Gold Gloves through 1991, and he will probably... Fastball lifted along the line into foul ground, and again on the mound Gant, but this time he's to get injured when you have to run across that mound to make the play. And he blew him away with the fastball. Smoltz has retired 6 in a row. That's his second strikeout of the night.
It's not necessarily the pitch, but how did he get there? You remember the slider low and away, and then Smoltz comes back with a high fastball to get Jay Bell.
Inning, it moved Alex Cole from first to third. Cole would score on a sacrifice fly. 4 for 8 against Smoltz. Routine fly ball for Justice. The Pirates go in order again. On to the bottom of the third in Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. 1-0 Pirates. Damon 0 for his last 8, 1 for his last 15 to drop his series average. The possibility of appearing in this Game 7, but Jim Leland told us that never crossed his mind. Berryhill drives one to deep center field. Van Slyke on the run to the wall. It's off the wall. He has a long way to go to track it down, but Berryhill is slow and he stops at second.
Damon Berryhill was the only player without an extra base hit in this League Championship Series. But he has one now to lead off the third.
Tomahawk Chop has returned with feeling to Fulton County Stadium.
John Smoltz with 2 hits, an RBI, a stolen base. That was in Game 4 at Pittsburgh, a game won by Atlanta and Smoltz. That was a 2-out single to center to plate the RBI. Here Bobby Cox has Mark Lemke bunting Berryhill over to third base, or an attempt to do that with Smoltz on deck.
Base hit to get Berryhill in. He does not run well. That's down to third. Berryhill cannot advance as King throws Lemke out.
Off the line, you have everybody racing for the bag. He looked the runner back. You see Draybeck cutting in front of King. Bell.
Criticism from the fans saying she had changed the key for the chant from a year ago, but she maintains that that's not
tonight, and he's throwing like it.
Little looper leaned with the leaping grab in shallow right center. Smoltz got just a bit more of that. It would have found its way into right center field. Otis Nixon bounced out to the second baseman, leaned his first time up. Sharply hit, but Merced has it. And the Braves cannot capitalize on the leadoff double by Berryhill. 3 innings in the books in Atlanta. 1-0 Pirates. Pittsburgh after 3. The winner of this one goes to the World Series to meet the Toronto Blue Jays. Let's check in with Jim Gray.
Okay, Sean, John McSherry just left Fulton County Stadium. He was taken to Piedmont Hospitals. There were several doctors who went into the Braves clubhouse to try and evaluate just exactly what was wrong with him. He was suffering from some dizzy spells. An ambulance came. He left on a stretcher. They're going to take him to the hospital for further evaluation. When he left, he was conscious and alert. We'll keep you posted. Sean?
The 2-0 offering. A bullet to right. Justice makes the catch. The sinking line drive with topspin off the bat of Bonds. A hard ball to handle, but Justice made a nice play.
Ball that he hits on the fat part of the bat. And there is son Bonds, Barry's wife, and her reaction.
Started into his delivery. Merced has driven in the only run of the ball game with a sacrifice fly in the first inning. Chopped to second. Lemke. 2 down, and Smoltz has retired 10 in a row now. Came out obviously charged up, throwing high fastballs very hard to Alex Cole and walked him. 2-0 the count on Jeff King, who popped out and foul ground to the catcher his first time up. Pendleton, trouble with the in-between hop, recovers and throws him out. 3.5 innings played in Atlanta. Game 7 of the National League Championship Series, 1-0 Pirates.
At Clark's Bar and Grill, right?
Indeed it was. That's where Barry Bonds went after his lengthy meeting.
Atlanta winning the first 3 out of 4 games, and now Pittsburgh with 2 wins and a 1-0 lead in this game.
The 3-2 pitch. Got him with a breaking ball. Blauser the first out of the 4th. CBS Sports coverage of the 1992 World Series begins with Game 1 Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time from either Pittsburgh or Atlanta. The National League team will host the first 2 games of the World Series. Ball 1. He was out on the fly ball to right in the first inning. Days rest for the second consecutive start, so the pitch count you saw moments ago could be a factor as the night goes along. Merced waves off Drabek. 2 outs. We're in the 4th inning in Game 7 of the National League Championship Series, and the Pirates lead 1-0. California Angels. David Justice struck out swinging in the 2nd.
Tigers came from 3 down.
Shot down to first. It's been a busy night already for Merced. That ends the inning. The Braves go in order again after 4. The Pirates 1 and the Braves nothing. Atlanta professional sports team. They're combined 0 for 84 years without a world championship. Well, now you're called out on strikes. Chico leaned in the 2nd inning. Well hit and hooking toward the corner. Gant was over in left center field. He has a long way to go to retrieve it. And Chico leaned has a 1-out double. The 2nd hit of the night for the Pirates. The first was the double in the 1st inning by Andy Van Slyke.
Doubtful that he will come inside that way. So watching that outfield alignment gives you a pretty good clue.
Struck him out on the breaking ball. Drabek lost the bat.
Well, this one is away. A tight slider. And Smoltz make that Drabek loses the bat. You could see how far that ball was off the end of the bat.
To lead off the ball game, and he has scored the only run of this game. That's well hit to right. Justice in front of the track makes the catch. Halfway through Game 7 of the National League Championship Series, John Smoltz and the Braves trail 1-0. Leaned his first time up. Ron Gant and Damon Berryhill to follow. The Braves have had only 1 base runner through the first 4 innings. That was a leadoff double in the 3rd.
On less than 5 innings, but he's done that twice in this series. Once in Game 4, once in Game 1. So this is a big inning. If he gets through the 5th inning, that might give him added confidence.
Yep. Gant now 0 for his last 10. Now the 2-2. Check swing. It's a strike nonetheless. Gant called out on the breaking ball. The 3rd strikeout of the night for Doug Drabek. So that he took a full swing at the bat rack when he returned to the dugout. The 1 hopper to lean. And the Braves go in order again. They've done that 4 times in 5 innings. And will return to Atlanta Fulton County Stadium after this word. Settled into a pitcher's duel. John Smoltz battling Doug Drabek, and Smoltz on the short end of a 1-0 score as we go to the 6th inning. And the pitch count particularly a factor for Smoltz. 1 down to win a postseason series. And the Pittsburgh Pirates have done it twice in their history. Bell rips one into the left field corner. Gant will play it off the wall as Jay Bell pulls in a second with a double. So these 2 teams have combined for 4 hits in the game, and all 4 of them are doubles. Steve Avery, who was the starter in Game 5, warming up in the bullpen. He is the left-hander, and Pete Smith the right-hander. Up the middle, Lemke can't get it. Bell being waved around, and he will score, and the Pirates lead 2-0. Andy Van Slyke drives in his 4th run of the series, and they erupt at the Clark Bar and Grill adjacent to Three River Stadium.
Bunching, a double by Bell, and now a single by Van Slyke. Looked like a splitter that stayed up at
2 strikes. The 2 faces of Barry Bonds in this series. Games 1 through 4, he was 1 for 11 without an RBI. The pop-up. Pendleton takes command. 1 out. Really, that was an appropriate label for the graphic of Barry Bonds that you saw, because he admits that he is a very moody person. One day very happy.
Wants to play aggressive baseball. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Van Slyke running here. Hit and run.
In the air, in shallow right center, just as the catch.
That was Jim Leyland's plans, to be aggressive on the bases before this season before this series started.
Van Slyke on the run. King lifts it. And in left center, Gant has room. The Pirates score again with 1 run in the 6th. The Braves come up in the bottom of the 6th, trailing 2-0. 6th. Mark Lemke 0 for 1 tonight. Now 0 for starting to set in. There's a base hit. And that brings the fans to their feet. Just the 2nd base runner of the night for Atlanta. And Mark Lemke ends his 0 for 11 drought. This will be pitch number 73 of the night for Drabek. Slap to left, a little pop-up. Long run for Bonds, he can't get it. Lemke to second. It's a bloop hit off the bench for Jeff Treadway.
The first baseman charges, the shortstop goes to third, and the second baseman goes to first.
And when you employ that play, your intent is to make the play at third and try to cut down the lead runner. He squares to bunt. A high chopping bunt could be a problem. Merced has no play.
Pirates played it straight up and got burned. Look at the hesitation by Merced. Drabek looked at Merced. Merced hesitated, and Otis Nixon has an infield bunt single.
Bowser, who is 0 for 2 tonight. He has been outstanding throughout his career with the bases full. A .375 career average. Terry Pendleton to follow with nobody out. They're down 2-0 in the 6th. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball line to third. Caught. Double play. Right at King was the line drive, and he easily doubled off Lemke.
That part of the plate. Close pitch.
Apparently it was just low. The runner's off with the 3-2 pitch. Line to left. Bonds started in. He's there and makes the catch. The Braves loaded the bases with nobody out and failed to score the double play. A huge play. And we go to the 7th with the Pirates still on top, 2-0.
Without yielding a run, and Mike Stanton, the left-hander, in there.
Greeted immediately by the base hit by Mike LaValliere. Jim Leyland left the left-handed swinging LaValliere in there to face Stanton, and Stanton's first pitch delivered to left. Stanton has been perfect in his 4 appearances prior to tonight in terms of not allowing any runs. He's pitched 3. Chico doubled with 1 out in the 5th inning, but was stranded at second. One down to win a series. The Pirates have done it twice in their history. Trying to do it again as Lean sends one to right center. Nixon playing in that direction with the catch for the first out. The first team to ever come from 3-1 down was the Pittsburgh Pirates in 9th. Doug Drabek went 0 for 2 against John Smoltz. Smoltz pitched 6 innings. Greg Olson, the spectators, consecutive scoreless innings in the postseason for Stanton. He's just 24 years old. Drabek gets the bunt down. Bream has to go to first. Lemke covering. It's a sacrifice.
Rather than putting McClendon out there, because he's probably the worst defensive outfielder, certainly the worst, both left-handed hitters. Espy a switch hitter, of course. But with Jay Bell, you may bring the right-hander in, and Bell has to stay in the ballgame because he's the regular shortstop.
Bobby Cox is going to make a pitching change with Jay Bell coming up. Pete Smith will come in.
Smith 7-0 this year. He was 7-4 at Richmond, and he's worked 3 2/3 innings, giving up 2 hits. That was in game.
Count. There's Avery, who was the starting pitcher and losing pitcher in Game 5 Sunday at Pittsburgh. Van Slyke waiting in the on-deck circle. Now the 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. He walked him on 4 pitches.
That was a breaking ball. A breaking ball on a 3-0 count with Van Slyke and Bonds coming up? No way. No way. I think Terry Pendleton went in and Berryhill went out, and Terry said, don't give in to this hitter. I think you better give in to Jay Bell as opposed to Van Slyke and Bonds coming up, even with Avery.
Pete Smith departs as Steve Avery comes in, trying to spur Steve Avery onto the strikeout. 22-year-old Steve Avery with another 1-2 pitch. Fly ball, it'll stay in the ballpark, and Otis Nixon is there. The Pirates leave the bases loaded without scoring in the 7th. 7th inning stretch in Game 7. The Pirates up 2-0.
Umpire. He is at Piedmont Hospital, and we just got word from a spokesman at the hospital that McSherry is in stable condition, suffering from severe dizziness, and will be held overnight for observation. Sean?
David Justice batting in the 7th, the biggest play of this series. Roger Mason is the right-hander, Bob Patterson the lefty. McClendon still in the game in right field. Lean, bobble from his knees. Threw him out. Merced had to dig it out. 1 out in the 7th inning.
1973 that there have been 3 complete games in National League Championship play. The difference was in 73, one of them was a loss. Tom Seaver.
Sid Bream lines it, it's slicing away from Van Slyke and in for an extra base hit. Bream, after 5 knee operations, doesn't run very well, and it doesn't really matter in this case. It's a double all the way for the former Pirate, Sid Bream. To the head on a great catch by Andy Van Slyke in center field in the 2nd inning, and was called out on strikes in the 5th inning. Another 3-2 pitch, high in the air. Bonds drifting toward the stands, and it hooks into the stands. Fortunately for Gant, it didn't sneak in there by much.
Ron Gant just missed that pitch. A little late action away. Sean was talking about how they've gone away, away, away. Just off the end of the bat. I mean, just missed the sweet part. But again, an indication of how quick his hands are.
Another payoff pitch. Ball 4.
What a great at-bat by Ron Gant. Fouling off some tough pitches and now taking a ball just off the plate.
Of 100 pitches. Berryhill in the hole, 0-2. Mark Lemke is on deck. High fly, not particularly deep in left field. Bonds the catch for the 2nd out. Lemke is looking back in games 5 and 6, and Drabek has taken advantage of this 3rd light. Holding on to a 2-0 lead with runners at 1st and 2nd. And they've changed rally caps. That walk and Patterson throwing throughout this inning. Mason has been up as well. They're both standing and watching out there now. The 1-2 pitch. High fly ball, shallow center. A routine play for Van Slyke. And the Braves strand 2 more. They've left 5. We go to the 8th. Barry Bonds leads off against Steve Avery with a base hit. He took a 1-0 pitch into right field for his first hit of the night. He's 1 for 3. And for the 3rd straight inning, the Pirates have the lead man on.
I think it's safe to say the bond market is up after being severely depressed.
Avery has difficulty holding runners on. Merced chops one to short. Blauser shuffles to Belliard. They cut down the lead runner. Slap down the right field line. It is a fair ball right along the line. The runner is being waved around third. Merced to the plate, and he is out at home.
Ball hit hard down the right field line. That is just fair. So many shots down either line that have been so close throughout this series, and now the strong arm of David Justice nails Merced at home plate. The slap tag with a glove, and the reason that Rich Donnelly sent Merced was because of the guy who's up at bat right now, Mike LaValliere.
But the Braves have dodged another bullet. They got out of a bases-loaded ball. It was a fair ball. Now the 1-2 pitch. Softly toward left. Gant makes the running catch. The Braves come up in the 8th, still trailing by only 2-0. Got out. He will face Deion Sanders as a pinch hitter to start the 8th. And then Otis Nixon and Jeff Blauser are due. We talked ready to go.
Right.
Deion Sanders. Now the 1-2 pitch. Well hit, but well fouled and right. And at home run distance and then some, but it was well to the right of the pole. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. Blew him away with the fastball. Fourth strikeout of the night for Doug Drabek.
Today the bullpen is back up for Pittsburgh, but I don't think you can get Drabek out of there unless Atlanta takes the lead.
Bonds on the run into the bullpen area to make the catch. Down to third that resulted in the double play in the 6th inning. He's 0 for 3 tonight. And 2 for his last 18. Struck him out. Another live fastball from Drabek, who works a 1-2-3 8th inning while striking out 2. He spanned 5, and we go to the 9th. Realizing now that Atlanta has 3 outs to prevent their team from going to the World Series. Lean trying to pad the lead at the wall. Gant the catch. And Jeff Reardon greeted with a long fly to left by Lean. And Doug Drabek will come up to bat with 1 out in the top of the 9th.
Sometimes
in the 7th inning was intentionally walked. And that's ball 4. Reardon walks him on 4 pitches. He passed Raleigh Fingers for the save in a game against the Yankees. That's back to the backstop, and now the runner is in scoring position. On a wild pitch, charged to Reardon.
Into a game late because they really haven't had a chance to loosen up. You loosen up before the game, and then you sit for about an hour and a half, and now you have to make a quick move like that. And it looked like the left hamstring of Lloyd McClendon is pulled, the upper left hamstring. And remember, if the Pirates do get into the World Series, they can make a roster change after the National League Championship Series is over.
Atlanta swinging the bat. Cecil Espy, a speedier runner, is the pinch runner. Bell down to third. Pendleton stayed down with it, and that ends the inning. Last call for the Atlanta Braves. Pendleton, Justice, and Bream coming up. We go to the bottom of the ninth in Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. Pittsburgh leads 2-0. Play, and in all three of them, a pitcher has thrown a complete game shutout. Danny Cox for St. Louis in 1987, Orel Hershiser for Los Angeles at 88, John Smoltz for the Braves last year against Pittsburgh. Throughout, he's only walked one, and that was after a battle with Gandil, a 3-2 pitch in the seventh. Pendleton pulls it down the right field line, hooking toward the corner. It is a fair ball. Pendleton on his way to second with a leadoff double.
We've talked about how many close calls there have been on the line. This is another one. Cecil Espy holds Pendleton to a double.
Justice, who is 0 for 3. Belinda, Stan Belinda, the right-hander. Bob Patterson, the lefty. Justice at the plate. Bream on deck. Grounded to the right. Booted by Lee. Pendleton to third on the play.
A man who has made only 6 errors during the regular season makes his second here tonight, and it could turn out to be the biggest error of his life.
Ted Turner with a high five from President Jimmy Carter. Back up to 125 pitches in this, his third outing in 8 days.
When Ray Miller comes out, he rarely makes a move for Jim Leyland. Only Leyland will remove the pitcher.
Be very reluctant to go to the bullpen. Number 129. The 3-0 to Bream. Ball 4. Stan Belinda will be the new pitcher. A brilliant effort by Doug Drabek. We'll find out if it was an has departed after 8 innings plus 129 pitches. After the second walk that he issued tonight, Stan Belinda takes over. Agonizing moments for Pirate fans everywhere, including those you just saw at the Clark Bar and Grill. Tying run at second, winning run at first. Gant hits one to left. Bonds on the track, at the wall, makes the catch. Pendleton on to score the first Atlanta run of the ball game.
Everybody exploding here in the stadium as though something good happened, but something bad happened for Atlanta. Something good happened for the Pirates. They got the sacrifice fly to left field and not to center or right, because the tying run's the guy who is still at second base, and that's David Justice.
3-1 pitch. Ball 4. Oh, so close was the last pitch to Berryhill. Brian Hunter has appeared in 2 games in this series. He's 1 for 4. Ray Miller on his way to the mound. Brian Hunter, one of the heroes of last year's Game 7. He hit a 2-run homer off John Smiley. He pulls that one foul past third. Stan Belinda, because he does give up a lot of fly balls, occasionally has a problem with the home run ball. He surrendered 8 of them in 71 innings. 2-1. One out and the bases loaded in the bottom of the 9th. Hunter, little looper, leaned is there and makes the catch. The runner tags but will not try it. 2 down in the bottom of the 9th. Francisco Cabrera comes to the plate to bat for the pitcher. He hacked at the 2-0, now the 2-1. Line drive and a base hit! Just as to score the tying run. Green to the plate. And he is safe! Safe at the plate! The Braves go to the World Series! Of Heroes wins the National League Championship Series for the Atlanta Braves. Francisco Cabrera, who had only 10 at-bats in the major leagues during the regular season, singled through the left side, scoring Sid Bream from second base with the winning run. Bream, who's had 5 knee operations in his lifetime, just beat the tag of his ex-mate Mike LaValliere. And Atlanta pulls out Game 7 with 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning. This place is bedlam. There will be no second nightmare for Bobby Cox.
Tough ball game. I'm green. Boy, Marvin.
The final score in Game 7 of the National League Championship Series, the Braves 3 and the Pirates 2. We'll return to Atlanta Fulton County Stadium after this word from your local station.
Well, I'm in the winners' locker room tonight, and to present the National League Championship Series Most Valuable Player Award here in this 1992 League Championship Series is Bud Feely from Chevrolet. Bud?
Thanks, Tim. John, congratulations to you and to the entire Braves organization for a great season and for an outstanding League Championship Series. On behalf of Chevrolet, I'm pleased to present to you the Chevrolet MVP Award for your outstanding performance, and also the keys to this brand new 1993 Chevrolet Astro van that will be donated by Chevrolet to the charity of your choice. Again, John, congratulations, and best of luck in the World Series.
Thank you, bud.
Congratulations, John.
Thank you very much. I just can't say enough. I thank God for going up for the opportunity. Draybeck pitched a great game. This is for Glavin and Avery, my mom, my dad, my wife, and I just thank Bobby for giving me the opportunity to go out and prove myself. And again, Frankie was the reason I got this reward, so this is a team award. I really can't say enough.
That is your third consecutive Game 7. You beat Pittsburgh 4-0 last year. You got a no decision, pitching very well in Minnesota, and you pitched well once again this evening.
Well, it was just a situation where I was going to go out fighting. Draybeck again just pitched his heart out, and it was a tough way to lose for them, but an exciting way to win for us. And again, I credit Pittsburgh with everything they did to come back in this series. It was a miracle win for us, and we'll take it and try to go on in the World Series.
All right, John, once again, congratulations. Now let's go.
And the fun is just beginning. We hope you'll join CBS Sports Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for Baseball 92, followed by Game 1 of the 1992 World Series, the Toronto Blue Jays at the Atlanta Braves.